11:59, and I am still awake, rereading something I have read 1,000 times before. There is a kind of comfort in familiar words, like knowing what the night is keeping safe. Last hour of the day, and I am fine, somewhere in between your world and mine. Not waiting, not wishing, just to wake, just this lamp and all the quiet it can make. The building settles with its usual sounds, a pipe, a step, a neighbor's distant door. I have learned to read the language of the night and find it says the same things as before. Last hour of the day, and I am fine, somewhere in between your world and mine. Not waiting, not wishing, just awake, just this lamp and all the quiet it can make. There is a version of myself I only meet past midnight, one who is less careful with the truth. She says the things I edit in the daytime, and sounds a little like my younger self. Last hour of the day, and still just mine, still learning how to read the quiet signs. I walk these streets at 1:30, where neon signs have lost their glow. The city breathes, but I move slow, and every corner feels unknown. This midnight blue is all I need, when everything just lets me be. No perfect words, no grand escape, just honest nights and my own pace. A stranger smiled but kept their way. I didn't need them anyway. when everything just lets me be. No perfect words, no grand escape, just honest nights in my own pace. Some people fear the dark, but I have learned to use it well. It holds the truths that daylight keeps in its quiet velvet spell. This midnight blue is all I need, still the most honest place to be. The harbor wall is cold against my back. I come here when the city is too full. The sea does not require anything of me. It only moves the way the tide must pull. Salt and gray and nothing left to prove, just the water finding its own groove. Not a destination, not a cure, just the kind of open that is pure. A fisherman nodded once without a word. We have a shared agreement, he and I, that some mornings are for standing, not for speaking, and some things are better left to sea and sky. Salt and gray and nothing left to prove, just the water finding its own groove. that the world is mostly right, salt and gray, and still enough for me. Still finding what I needed by the sea. September comes with different kind of light. The way it angles through the window feels like goodbye, like it knows that everything is leaving and wants to show it to me one more time. September slow and golden on the wall. I always loved you most before the fall, not for what you were, but what you held. The last warm thing before the cold was felt. I walked the same street I have walked each year. The leaves were earlier than I expected. The tree I used to measure time against had let its color go before I checked it. September slow and golden on the wall. I always loved you most before the fall, not for what you were, but what you held. The last warm thing before the cold was felt. Nostalgia is just love with nowhere current to go. It borrows from the past to fill the present space. And September is the season built for that. The golden memory made briefly pleasant. September slow and golden still. Still the month that always fits the bill. On Sunday, I remember things I tried to leave behind. I set the table out for two, then realize I'm alone. The coffee goes cold in the cup you used to hold. And I don't know how to make a morning mean something new. Sunday grief is not dramatic. It's just the quiet weight of small things. Not a wound that asks for words, just the room remembering you were here. I found a letter in the drawer, your handwriting on an old receipt. You wrote my name beside a date that meant something to us then. Now the paper feels like proof that I have lived a life with someone else inside it. Sunday grief is not dramatic. It's just the quiet weight of small things. Not a wound that asks for words, just the room remembering you were here. Grief does not work on schedule. It comes in drawers and coffee cups. It whispers in the empty space beside the bed and asks if I remember how to live. Sunday blue, and I am still right here, finding you in everything, my dear. You held the door without a word, just let me pass, and turned around. Your eyes were kind, the way they held the light, like you had memorized the sound. This ordinary moment feels complete, like something I have always known. Not grand arrivals, not a sign, just Tuesday and your eyes on mine. We took the same bus to the same place. You smiled at something that I said. I wanted to remember how your voice made the crowded afternoon less sad. This ordinary moment feels complete, like something I have always known. Not grand arrivals, not a sign, just Tuesday and your eyes on mine. Maybe love does not announce itself. Maybe it arrives so quietly that you don't notice till the bus has stopped and you have stood beside me. This ordinary moment changed my life. Still the day I learned to hope. 40 people in this room tonight. I have spoken to approximately none. I stood beside the bookshelf for an hour, pretending I was waiting for someone invisible in company again. The particular loneliness of rooms full of friends, not said exactly, more like out of tune, like everyone is playing and I miss the afternoon. A man came over, asked me what I do. I told him something vague about design. He nodded and moved on to someone else, and that was honestly completely fine. Invisible in company again. The particular loneliness of rooms full of friends, not sad exactly, more like out of tune, like everyone is playing and I miss the afternoon. I used to think there was something wrong with me for finding crowds the loneliest of places, but now I think some people are just tuned to quieter and less frequented spaces. Invisible, and finally walking out, finding that the night was better without. I didn't plan to stay this late tonight, but the saxophonist caught my eye and smiled, like he could see right through to something true. And suddenly I didn't want to leave. Jazz bar gravity pulling me inside, where the bass line knows exactly who I am. Not a place I meant to end the evening, but somewhere in the music everything feels right. The man beside me ordered something dark and said this band has been here 20 years. I thought about the things that last that long and found I had no reason left to fear. Jazz bar gravity pulling me inside, where the bass line knows exactly who I just a room, a rhythm, and a stranger's understanding. And suddenly the night begins to rhyme. Jazz bar gravity, still pulling strong, still the place where I belong. Breakfast from whatever we could find. 2 eggs, some bread, and hope enough to shine. You hummed a song you didn't know the words to, and I pretended that I couldn't hear you. Kitchen light and nothing else to prove, just the warmth of something simple growing. Not a table set for anyone but us, not a morning that needs winning. The jam behind the flower and smiled like you had discovered something rare and wild. The morning moved so slowly through the room, like time forgot it had a place to go to. Kitchen light and nothing else to prove, just the warmth of something simple growing. Not a table set for anyone but us, not a morning that needs winning. Stood in rooms of glass and light, but nothing quite compares to how your laughter makes the kitchen feel like everywhere is right. Still enough for us, still the most beautiful beginning. The restaurant was nearly closing time. We were the last ones and we did not care. You ordered one more glass, I said yes, and the waiter smiled like he had seen us there. Last table of the evening, just us two. The kind of night that does not need a view. best. Just the way you tilted back and let it rest. You told me something you had never said. I cannot remember now the exact words, but I remember how the candle caught your face and how the room went quiet, only ours. Last table of the evening, just us two. The kind of night that does not need a view. Not the finest restaurant, not the best. Just the way you tilted back and let it rest. Love does not arrive in grand locations. It finds you at the last table after 10, with the candles nearly gone and the wine finished, and nothing left to do but start again. Last table of the evening, still just right, still the finest way to spend the night. I used to keep a list of every wrong, the dates, the words, the way each silence fell. But somewhere in the keeping I got tired and couldn't always tell the story well. Letting the record go page by page, not because it didn't matter at each stage, but because I needed all that space for something lighter taking up its place. I burned the list not dramatically, just put it in the bin one Wednesday night. Made tea and watched some program I'd forgotten, and somewhere in the watching felt alright. Letting the record go page by page, not because it didn't matter at each stage, but because I needed all that space for something lighter taking up its place. Forgiveness is not an event you arrive at. It is a choice you make on ordinary nights, with a cup of tea and a forgotten program, and the quiet decision to reduce the fights. Letting the record go at last, finding room beyond the past. February was the month of counting days, when every moment felt so heavy and so slow. But somewhere in the middle of the cold, I found that silence had a voice I didn't know. Silence was the first step back to me, not the painful kind, but one that sets you free. Not in talking, not in trying, not in plans, just the quiet learning how to use my hands. I started with the simplest things again: a walk, a book, a window, and some tea. I didn't try to fix what had been broken, I only tried to let myself just be. Silence was the first step back to me, not the painful kind, but one that sets you free. Not in talking, not in trying, not in plans, just the quiet learning how to use my hands. Recovery is not a road with signposts, it is more a field you wander without maps. And one day you look up and there is color, and you realize you have walked out of the gaps. Silence in the first step back to me, still the most important thing I've learned so far. Your suitcase sits beside the door. The passport holds a place for you to go. I tried to smile when you said 4 hours isn't long, but 4 hours is forever when you're learning to be strong. Leaving looks so practiced now, so clean. like we have choreographed this scene. But every second at the gate feels like a year, and all the words we didn't say stand loud and clear. You checked your bag 3 times to make sure that everything you needed came along. I handed you your scarf without a word, because all my careful sentences were gone, leaving looks so practiced now, so clean, like we have choreographed this scene. But every second at the gate feels like a year, and all the words we didn't say stand loud and clear. Distance is just mathematics, a formula of days and nights, but the space between goodbye and hello has never felt this wide, leaving still, as quiet as before. Still the hardest part of loving you. December came before I had a coat. I stood outside and let it find my skin. There is something about cold that clears the mind, the way it makes you sharp from deep within. December sharp and honest, cold and clear, the month that tells you what you value here. Not in warmth, not in the things that ease, but in what you choose to keep through the freeze. Made a list of what I wanted less of, and found it was considerably long. I made a list of what I wanted more of, and found it mostly fitted in one song. December sharp and honest, cold and clear, the month that tells you what you value here. Not in warmth, not in the things that ease, but in what you choose to keep through the freeze. Winter is the honest season, not because it hurts, but because it strips away the things that only and shows you what is left when daylight dips. December sharp and still so clear, still the month I need to hear. And I am still awake, rereading something I have read 1,000 times before. There is a kind of comfort in familiar words, like knowing what the night is keeping safe. Last hour of the day, and I am fine, somewhere in between your world and mine. Not waiting, not wishing, just to wake, just this lamp and all the quiet it can make. Building settles with its usual sounds, a pipe, a step, a neighbor's distant door. I have learned to read the language of the night and find it says the same things as before. Last hour of the day, and I am fine, somewhere in between your world and mine. Not waiting, not wishing, just awake, just this lamp and all the quiet it can make. There is a version of myself I only meet past midnight, one who is less careful with the truth. She says the things I edit in the daytime, and sounds a little like my younger self. Last hour of the day, and still just mine, still learning how to read the quiet signs. I walk these streets at 1:30, where neon signs have lost their glow. The city breathes, but I move slow, and every corner feels unknown. This midnight blue is all I need, when everything lets me be. No perfect words, no grand escape, just honest nights and my own pace. A stranger smiled but kept their way. I didn't need them anyway. The rain was soft against my face, like the night could hold this space. This midnight blue is all I need, when everything just lets me be. No perfect words, no grand escape, just honest nights and my own pace. Some people fear the dark, but I have learned to use it well. It holds the truth that daylight keeps in its quiet velvet spell. This midnight blue is all I need, still the most honest place to be. The harbor wall is cold against my back. I come here when the city is too full. The sea does not require anything of me. It only moves the way the tide must pull. Salt and gray and nothing left to prove, just the water finding its own groove. Not a destination, not a cure, just the kind of open that is pure. A fisherman nodded once without a word. We have a shared agreement, he and I, that some mornings are for standing, not for speaking, and some things are better left to sea and sky. Salt and gray and nothing left to prove. Just the water finding its own groove. Not a destination, not a cure, just the kind of open that is pure. There is a reason people go to water when the land-bound life becomes too tight. Something about the endless horizontal reminds you that the world is mostly right. Salt and gray and still enough for me. Still finding what I needed by the sea. September comes with different kind of light. The way it angles through the window feels like goodbye. Like it knows that everything is leaving and wants to show it to me one more time. September slow and golden on the wall. I always loved you most before the fall. Not for what you were, but what you held. The last warm thing before the cold was felt. I walked the same street I have walked each year. The leaves were earlier than I expected. The tree I used to measure time against had let its color go before I checked it. September slow and golden on the wall. I always loved you most before the fall. Not for what you were, but what you held. The last warm thing before the cold was felt. Nostalgia is just love with nowhere current to go. It borrows from the past to fill the present space. And September is the season built for that. The golden memory made briefly pleasant. September slow and golden still. Still the month that always fits the bill. On Sunday, I remember things I tried to leave behind. I set the table out for two, then realize I'm alone. The coffee goes cold in the cup you used to hold, and I don't know how to make a morning mean something new. Sunday grief is not dramatic. It's just the quiet weight of small things. Not a wound that asks for words, just the room remembering you were here. I found a letter in the drawer, your handwriting on an old receipt. You wrote my name beside a date that meant something to us then. Now the paper feels like proof that I have lived a life with someone else inside it. Sunday grief is not dramatic. It's just the quiet weight of small things. Not a wound that asks for words, just the room remembering you were here. Grief does not work on schedule. It comes in drawers and coffee cups. It whispers in the empty space beside the bed and asks if I remember how to live. Sunday blue, and I am still right here, finding you in everything, my dear. You held the door without a word, just let me pass, and turned around. Your eyes were kind, the way they held the light, like you had memorized the sound. This ordinary moment feels complete, like something I have always known. Not grand arrivals, not a sign, just Tuesday and your eyes on mine. We took the same bus to the same place. You smiled at something that I said. I wanted to remember how your voice made the crowded afternoon less sad. This ordinary moment feels complete, like something I have always known. Not grand arrivals, not a sign, just Tuesday and your eyes on mine. Maybe love does not announce itself. Maybe it arrives so quietly that you don't notice till the bus has stopped and you have stood beside me. This ordinary moment changed my life. Still the day I learned to hope. 40 people in this room tonight. I have spoken to approximately none. I stood beside the bookshelf for an hour, pretending I was waiting for someone invisible in company again. The particular loneliness of rooms full of friends, not said exactly, more like out of tune, like everyone is playing and I miss the afternoon. A man came over, asked me what I do. I told him something vague about design. He nodded and moved on to someone else, and that was honestly completely fine. Invisible in company again. The particular loneliness of rooms full of friends, not said exactly, more like out of tune, like everyone is playing and I miss the afternoon. I used to think there was something wrong with me for finding crowds the loneliest of places, but now I think some people are just tuned to quieter and less frequented spaces, invisible, and finally walking out, finding that the night was better without. I didn't plan to stay this late tonight, but the saxophonist caught my eye and smiled, like like he could see right through to something true. And suddenly I didn't want to leave. Jazz bar gravity pulling me inside, where the bass line knows exactly who I am. Not a place I meant to end the evening, but somewhere in the music everything feels right. The man beside me ordered something dark and said this band has been here 20 years. I thought about the things that last that long and found I had no reason left to fear. Jazz bar gravity pulling me inside, where the bass line knows exactly who I am. Not a place I meant to end the evening, but somewhere in the music everything feels right. There is a kind of healing only jazz provides, not in words or therapy or turning back the time. Just a room, a rhythm, and a stranger's understanding, and suddenly the night begins to rhyme. Jazz bar gravity still pulling strong, still the place where I belong. Breakfast from whatever we could find. 2 eggs, some bread, and hope enough to shine. You hummed a song you didn't know the words to, and I pretended that I couldn't hear you. Kitchen light and nothing else to prove, just the warmth of something simple growing. Not a table set for anyone but us, not a morning that needs winning. The jam behind the flower and smiled like you had discovered something rare and wild. The morning moved so slowly through the room, like time forgot it had a place to go to. Kitchen light and nothing else to prove, just the warmth of something simple growing. Not a table set for anyone but us, not a morning that needs winning. I have been to fancy restaurants and stood in rooms of glass and light, but nothing quite compares to how your laughter makes the kitchen feel like everywhere is right. restaurant was nearly closing time. We were the last ones and we did not care. You ordered one more glass, I said yes, and the waiter smiled like he had seen us there. Last table of the evening, just us two. The kind of night that does not need a view. Not the finest restaurant, not the best, just the way you tilted back and let it rest. You told me something you had never said. I cannot remember now the exact words, but I remember how the candle caught your face and how the room went quiet, only ours. Last table of the evening, just us two. The kind of night that does not need a view. Not the finest restaurant, not the best, just the way you tilted back and let it rest. Love does not arrive in grand locations. It finds you at the last table after 10, with the candles nearly gone and the wine finished, and nothing left to do but start again. Last table of the evening, still just right, still the finest way to spend the night. I used to keep a list of every wrong, the dates, the words, the way each silence fell. But somewhere in the keeping I got tired and couldn't always tell the story well. Letting the record go page by page, not because it didn't matter at each stage, but because I needed all that space for something lighter taking up its place. I burned the list, not dramatically, just put it in the bin one Wednesday night. Made tea and watched some program I'd forgotten, and somewhere in the watching felt alright. Letting the record go page by page, not because it did didn't matter at each stage, but because I needed all that space for something lighter taking up its place. Forgiveness is not an event you arrive at. It is a choice you make on ordinary nights, with a cup of tea and a forgotten program, and the quiet decision to reduce the fights. Letting the record go at last, finding room beyond the past. February was the month of counting days, when every moment felt so heavy and so slow. But somewhere in the middle of the cold, I found that silence had a voice I didn't know. Silence was the first step back to me, not the painful kind, but one that sets you free. Not in talking, not in trying, not in plans, just the quiet learning how to use my hands. I started with the simplest things again: a walk, a book, a window, and some tea. I didn't try to fix what had been broken, I only tried to let myself just be. Silence was the first step back to me, not the painful kind, but one that sets you free. Not in talking, not in trying, not in plans, just the quiet learning how to use my hands. Recovery is not a road with signposts, it is more a field you wander without maps. And one day you look up and there is color, and you realize you have walked out of the gaps. Silence in the first step back to me, still the most important thing I've learned so far. Your suitcase sits beside the door. The passport holds a place for you to go. I tried to smile when you said 4 hours isn't long, but 4 hours is forever when you're learning to be strong. Leaving looks so practiced now, so clean, like we have choreographed this scene. But every second at the gate feels like a year, and all the words we didn't say stand loud and clear. You checked your bag 3 times to make sure that everything you needed came along. I handed you your scarf without a word, because all my careful sentences were gone. Leaving looks so practiced now, so clean, like we have choreographed this scene. But every second at the gate feels like a year, and all the words we didn't say stand loud and clear. Distance is just mathematics, a formula of days and nights. But the space between goodbye and hello has never felt this wide. Leaving still, as quiet as before, still the hardest part of loving you. December came before I had a coat. I stood outside and let it find my skin. There is something about cold that clears the mind, the way it makes you sharp from deep within. December sharp and honest, cold and clear, the month that tells you what you value here. Not in warmth, not in the things that ease, but in what you choose to keep through the freeze. Of what I wanted less of, and found it was considerably long. I made a list of what I wanted more of, and found it mostly fitted in one song. December sharp and honest, cold and clear, in the things that ease, but in what you choose to keep through the freeze. Winter is the honest season, not because it hurts, but because it strips away the things that only last in summer, and shows you what is left when daylight dips. December sharp and still so clear, still the month I